Good morrow, gamers. Time to video game. See if people slowly start trickling in with the notifications since I couldn't post anything yesterday. That was fun. Hey Sparks, hey Box. Where am I on the map? Oh, there I am. Here I am. Hey Beans. Yeah, so I'm just here in U6 or D9, I think, to try and get my daily, and then we'll do something else. Just a chill day today. I was considering getting the last class guide done, but it was like, nah. I want to stream. But I spent a good hour or so cleaning up my stupid inventory. Kind of made me feel a bit nostalgic because I was clearing out a bunch of building inventory items in the club world, and I went to like other parts of the club that I haven't been to in quite some time. Netflix and chill, basically. Except it's free. Hey Val. Notifications actually go out. Maybe I should just like not do anything for a day more often. Can you fly, you stupid video game? Thank you. Oh yeah, I didn't make a video talking about it, but we do have second stat reroll event going on. Honestly, I've been pretty busy and pretty out of it with real life stuff. We got a bunch of baby hand-me-down things, so we were setting all that up this week. Hey GNAC, YouTube doesn't let me type anything or send anything. Okay, YouTube dumb, lol. Yes, reminder, we're multi-streaming. Twitch and YouTube. Hey, Pure Name. Finally, guys. Finally, I don't have to go to sleep early tonight. I still might, because my god, I've been waking up super early, but... Hey, One Palico. Palico, sorry. I'm not a Monster Hunter fan yet, so... And yeah, I know, Val, it hasn't really hit yet. I'm both excited and also kind of like, well, just excited, I guess I should say. We still got a lot of stuff we gotta go through. Like, I want to take some baby take care of classes and stuff just so I understand the basics. And then otherwise, I don't know, every now and then I get worried about like, oh, well, I'm not gonna be able to create any content or anything with baby screaming. And then it's like, yeah, and it'll be a nice vacation. Yeah, how to father 101, exactly. Hey, Mimo. Yeah, it's weird that it's blocking your messages, Gina. Also, Twitch Prime for 10 months. Let's go. Thank you. I only get paid from Twitch like every 3 or 4 months. So, I mean, hey. Hey, Bray. Hey, Magic. Yeah, as far as stocking up on videos and stuff, I'll see. I'm sure I'll still be able to balance it because I keep taking for granted the fact like Mariko's going to be on maternity leave, so it's not like I'm going to be alone. But I'm okay with being an at-home dad. And let's face it, YouTube's kind of like, it's not the greatest. I mean, it is and it isn't. Like, it's perfect for being an at-home father because it's like, oh, I can just take the day off. Take care of child. Kind of thing like that. And yeah, exactly. I can stock up if I feel the need to. Lately, I feel like I'm in a pretty good headspace as far as work is concerned. Like, I'm still working as hard as I usually do, but just the psychological balance of it is like a lot better. Kind of just allowing myself to chill, and it's like yesterday, for example, the condo was testing out like the fire alarm stuff, so it was just beep, beep, beep all day long. It was so annoying. I was getting a migraine and headache, and I was just like, bro, instead of just sitting here being mad that I can't work, how about I just go out? And then I took the dogs on an adventure walk. Still felt like crap for the rest of the day, just like physically, but. And if I'm being perfectly honest, not doing Trove videos every single day has allowed me to kind of appreciate the game more. I know that might seem weird, but for those of you that don't understand, like, I'm basically on the grind 24/7 to at least have a Trove video every day, which doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes I just get too busy. But usually then it's like not a conscious choice. However, now that I have been making the conscious choice to just be like, yeah, I don't feel like playing Trove today. I don't feel like making a video. And it's also made recording it a lot easier. Like, I'm hoping to get the next class guide video out tomorrow. I was actually planning on doing it today. But then I was like, nah, I want to stream. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Sans. What's the mod you got in chat so it looks smoother to see what you are collecting? Oh, the item per hour tracker, you mean? Yeah, that's a super old mod. I honestly took for granted that I still have that because I don't think I talked about that in my Trove mods videos or something. Will you do Paragon pin unboxing event? I don't, huh? I have like 2 Paragon pins, so no, I don't have any. Fort today? No, we're doing Once Human today, Bobby. I'm much more inclined to do that. I'll do Fort when the new season starts, and it's the Japan one. Because otherwise I want to try Two Human? Once Human? What the hell is it called? I think I'm mixing it up because there was like an Xbox game called Two Human that was pretty broken. But when I think about it back in the day, it was pretty cool because it was my dream game, a third-person Diablo dungeon crawler, where you would just grind areas for rare loot. Once Human, yeah, okay, that's what it is. But yeah, people have been asking me to play that game. Bobby's been hounding me to play it for a while, and I finally have pretty much finished with all the different side games that I've been playing, so I was like, yeah, I'll do that. There was a little indie Souls-like called Void Souls that I just beat the other day, so I just gotta make the review for that, and then it's done. And then otherwise I've just been playing a hell of a lot of Titanfall 2, but that's an off-camera series because it's so old, nobody cares. I do want to do the campaign on stream at one point, and I should be able to beat it in one sitting because I think the campaign's only like 4 to 5 hours long. But I gotta have the time for it. Otherwise, for context, I never played Titanfall 2. I knew it was God tier. I just never played it. Hey, Sky. The mod name for the thing in the bottom right is like item per hour tracker. I don't know if it has like a more specific name because it's literally been years since I had it. Everyone kind of just has it. Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I was only here for my daily. But we're almost done my daily. I don't know what I want to end up grinding in Trove anymore, because it's like, I don't like grinding the end game area. I'm just miserable in the long shade, because it's boring. But, all the other things that I gotta grind are kind of tedious. I kind of feel like maybe today, maybe we'll go for the mana creatures. You know what? Let's see if the Curio Merchant actually has the mana ally. Is it a mana ally or was it a maybe I'm mixing it up with the runes ally. How do you run that fast? Shadow Hunter's a speedy boy. When you dash with Shadow Hunter, you get a movement speed buff. Nope, still the same Garbo. What about you, Dum Dum? Oh, he's offline, right. Is there anything I want to actually buy out of Correxian? I guess Bound Brilliance. It's not like I need anything else. Let's be real. I honestly haven't bought anything from him in months. Do you think I can recover an account that got created and deleted over and over again? Basically got banned. I have no idea. That's something for tech support. Just don't get banned, lol. No, really, I don't know. Do we need to be in a higher Uber world for these stupid things? I don't think so. How long did it take to reach 35k? Bro, that was years ago, so don't ask me. I'm gonna assume it didn't take very long, because if you remember around the 35k mark or something like that, I was actually top for Shadowhunter. I don't know if it was the 35k, maybe it was the 25k. Back when the game was, you know, not a chore to grind everything. I have since kind of unsubbed from trying to be top mastery or trying to get top PR and all that stuff, because it's just too tedious at this point. I mean, honestly, it's not like I was that skilled or anything. It was just that I was no-lifing this game. Don't worry, I'll eventually be top once all of the cheaters quit, right? Yeah, totally. Anyway, yeah, I'm going for these water mana beasts so that I can hopefully get enough mana for the stupid ally eventually. Speaking of, where's my mana tome? Basically, I let my brother play. He knows everything about the account on Steam, and he... Oh, like, he got banned because of account sharing? That's kind of weird. I don't think that's against terms of service. Bought some illustrious gem boxes from Correxian. Finally got 46k. Nice magic. GG. Actually, I'll go back over to the island. How much faster is it to progress now versus a few years ago? It's way faster. I'd say like the last little bit is literally going to take you years if you're free to play. I'm not even joking because of how bad dragons are. But as far as just gear and everything, that's gotten like leagues better and easier just with the gear crafting. And eventually when they end up adding Mystic gear to the craft pool, maybe it'll become a little bit more under control. Because as of right now, it's pretty bad. Hard stack at 36k, it's depressing. Well, you're probably missing dragons, crystal gear, maybe levels. Maybe your gems need augmented fully. Stuff Stuff like that. Don't forget your crystal ring as well. Waiting for a new meta. So bored of Bomber Royale NPC. You said BR NPC, so I don't know. When you say meta, I just think of this stupid VR headset. Whoops. Wait, where am I? Help! Help! I've been kidnapped. Why am I doing dungeons? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Trove has never really had a meta. It's all just about mastery and getting every little thing all the way maxed out. Kind of why I like this game, because it doesn't have a meta, but I do wish that the gameplay would like change it up, or better yet, that the devs would get over themselves, because every time they end up adding like a new biome or a new delve or something, or a new dungeon, in the case of the Longshade, they're like, bro, Tom put so much work into this dungeon. Let's like funnel all of the players and all of the new content into this one dungeon, rather than letting us just do whatever we want. That's my biggest gripe with it. It's just the opposite of fun, man. Like, the thing that makes Trove so interesting is the variety of it all. I want to be able to just go into every biome, especially when combat is basically played out the exact same everywhere you go. Like, look how the only way that they could make the game more difficult was just by making enemies way too tanky, and then on top of it, making an enemy that one-shots you because he gets thorns and you one-shot yourself. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, I guess that's all the meta was back in the day with Shadow Towers, was just a bunch of gunslingers and then a candy barb. But is that really? I don't know. I'm almost begging trying to bring back Shadow Towers. They're not gonna bring back Shadow Towers. Unfortunately, they don't like moving backwards because they don't like acknowledging their mistakes. I still don't think Shadow Towers is like the end-all solution that would make everybody happy, but it definitely would be better than the stupid Delves, that's for sure. Delves was such a mistake. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I still like the mechanics of the Delves, like an infinite dungeon sounds awesome, but then when it's like a claustrophobic cave, it just gets boring. Oh look guys, you can tell I'm super deep in the Delves because the walls are red. Okay. I'd still much rather prefer if it was just the platform itself and then maybe the walls themselves were like invisible blocks, so that at least it would look kind of like the end, but you couldn't fall out of it. I don't know, man. There's something better in there that they could just like do with the Delves to make it like more appealing. But at the end of the day, on top of the visual style, the gameplay itself is still just the same old, same old. All I'm doing is logging in daily, grabbing my qubits, and doing my market. Yep, that sounds like the proper end game. Then you got freaks like me that I log in and get my daily, and I don't know what I even do. Have you seen Project Borealis Prologue? Yes, I have. It's a tech demo, but it looks so cool. Since you played Alex, maybe you'd be interested in it. So, the history to Project Borealis is it's, as far as I know, it's the same devs that made Black Mesa. So that's basically the remake to Half-Life. And what I saw from that prologue is it's nothing new. They basically have Ravenholm, but it's snow themed. And I guess what's supposed to be like so crazy about it as far as a tech demo is it's Unreal Engine rather than Havoc Engine, which is why it can visually look so good. But a lot of people have said like the physics don't feel the same, which of course they don't. Unreal physics sucks. I haven't gotten around to playing it yet, but people have been saying that that tech demo is literally like 5 minutes long and not really that impressive. I still might play it myself. I just haven't had time, or rather I just haven't really prioritized it because I didn't really care. Why am I doing this dungeon? I don't know. It still looks cool. But the second it was like just Ravenholm, it was like, nah, come on. I've seen Ravenholm too many times already. Sorry, Jeremy, what are you saying? What I meant was that, oh, in terms of the meta, statistically, there's only 2 to 3 classes that are actually playable overall. It's kind of sad to be so restricted. Yes, welcome to most video games, if I'm being perfectly honest. That really reminds me of Space Marine state of the game right now. Because Space Marine's end game is just so ridiculously difficult that you pretty much are stuck using specific classes with specific weapons. Otherwise, you don't win. Which is super duper annoying. In Trove, like, I don't know. I think there's a lot more to it than that. Like, it really depends what you're grinding for. Because if you're just trying to do the end game, like the long shade, then sure. Shadowhunter's technically not even viable for long shade, but I still use it anyways because I don't care. But even then, that biome is just so ridiculously boring that I'm kind of finding myself chasing these other goals. Because unfortunately, I'm missing both the Lava Beast and the Mana Beast, and I'd rather chase the Water Beast because the Lava one is in the disgusting Lava Orange level. Also, yeah, hi, Wares, I'm sorry. I saw your first message. I thought about saying hello, but I got distracted. Also, hi, Croc, as well. And anybody else that I may have missed. I saw you, I just didn't directly reply. You gonna play Ashes of Creation when it comes up? Nah, I don't really have much expectation for that one. Maybe, but it looks boring. You didn't hear it from me. Never say never, but it looks like another Thrones of Liberty or whatever, where it's just gonna like die at day one. I know people are still playing that game, but come on. Anyone who plays that game knows it sucks. Like, I actually did buy Stalker 2, so I'm really looking forward to playing that one. I know most people probably won't care. Basically, it's like a super hardcore, like open world FPS game. I played the first one, like, God, I think that game was like 20 years old now or something. I didn't really super get into the first Stalker, or at least most of it's a blur to me. But if I'm being perfectly honest, you want to know what sold me on playing Stalker? Playing that Metro VR game and how bad it was. And then on top of that, I noticed in the deluxe version of Stalker, there's multiplayer skins. So the idea of that game being multiplayer got me really excited. I don't know if it's just gonna be some tacked on PvP modes and stuff, but if they end up actually adding open world co-op, hell yeah, dude. Either way, I'm excited to play through that one, because I wanted to play through Stalker in the first place, but Path of Exile was originally coming out this month, and that's obviously gonna take up all of my time. But now that it got delayed, it's like, okay, I have time. So that'll probably be the last like big game I get to play outside of like random indie games and stuff before Path of Exile comes out, and then I'm gone. Yeah, I saw there's a Monster Hunter mobile game, which meh. Last game I bought was Thousand Year Door Remake. I was wondering what's TTYD. Best experience for a game I had in a long time. Yeah, for me it was Mario RPG. In terms of like that kind of RPG type game, that game was just such a treat. The thing too is it's crazy how like a lot of Nintendo's remakes still hold up today, because so many times you'll play a remake and it's like, you know, there's the nostalgic value, but then there's parts that kind of get on your nerves. That didn't happen with me in Mario RPG. That game is just so like streamlined and fun. Warframe when the update is released. What's the big Warframe update coming? Not the 1990, I could care less about that, but that other mode that's coming? Oh, Soulframe, which isn't even Warframe technically. I'll play Soulframe. Maybe I'll reinstall for the 1990 thing, but at the same time, eh. It depends on the time, really. Did you play Warframe? Bro, check the channel, I got hundreds of Warframe videos. I was playing Warframe pretty hardcore. I stopped around the time when Eidolons were the end game. And Eidolons were just so ridiculously boring that I just stopped playing the game, like full stop. And then I would reinstall when Fortuna came. And then when that other new area came and went, that area sucked. The one with the 2 worms. But I hate Warframe's endgame. Absolutely hate it. Love the rest of the game. Wish it was just more of that. But their whole, you know, their whole design philosophy is just keep adding new characters, and then that's just the new thing to chase all the time. Which honestly is ironic, because I would love if they did that in Trove. Just constantly adding new classes. What is balance? Have you tried Destiny? Yep, got plenty of Destiny videos as well. Another game that I absolutely loved right up until the end game grind. Isn't Steel Path the end game? For Warframe, I have no idea. I'm talking like back in the day when I stopped playing, Eidolons were the end game. Not anymore, obviously, but I haven't gone back. I just kind of hopped in, checked out the new world, did like a little bit of the story quest, and then just, it was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I don't like the carpal tunnel that I get from crouch roll spamming over and over. Which is too bad, because I do still like Warframe's game loop. Do you agree if Monster Hunter is going to be the new Elden Ring in terms of hype? I think... that's a tough one. Unless you're asking me personally, like if you're talking the grand scope of video games, I think Monster Hunter is very, very hyped for Monster Hunter fans. But Elden Ring was kind of like the breakout, like Dark Souls at its peak, where even casual people that don't play video games got into Elden Ring. I don't see that happening with Monster Hunter Wilds. Maybe, I might be wrong. As for me, I'm not that hyped for Wilds. I'm still excited to play it, but there's a lot of things I dislike about Wilds. What do you think about Black Myth Wukong? It's mid. It got popular because there's a crap ton of Chinese gamers and the Chinese government was literally pushing Wukong, but I played it and it's a mid Souls-like. It didn't allow the amount of character variety that I expect from a Souls-like. Like with Elden Ring, there's so many different character builds. I've tried them all, trust me. And Wukong, I just noticed, so the most efficient way of playing this game is just waiting for your ability cooldown. That's not fun. I will say good for them, because as far as I know, Wukong's supposed to be like an indie dev team. Well, indie dev. They bought the Unreal Engine 5 assets, so clearly they weren't indie. That's thousands of dollars. But yeah, nowhere near my Game of the Year list for Wukong. If you like it, cool, good on you. But I guarantee most people that praise Wukong haven't played a real Souls-like, so they don't have anything to compare it to. But yeah, just to end the little talk about Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm still really looking forward to it. And it's definitely, I think, the most popular Monster Hunter. Like, you might be right. It might be, like, insanely popular with casuals as well. Because as far as I know, Monster Hunter Wilds, during their beta test, hit like a peak higher than Monster Hunter World's like all-time peak. For me, it's just the fact that it's open world is what really makes me want to get into it. And then when I played the beta, it took a while to kind of get the feel of it. I'll say once I found the weapon that clicked with me. That's the main thing. Because what I will say is I still would praise the fact that Monster Hunter Wild is not just another Souls-like. Its combat is actually quite unique. Everyone says if I try it, I'll get addicted. To Monster Hunter, you might be like me. I hated Monster Hunter World. But for whatever reason, Wild is clicking with me. But even then, there's a lot of people that don't like Wild, and I totally get it. My suggestion would be to try out all of the weapons. Some of them will be boring, but that's because the weapon variety is just so solid in that game. And eventually, once you find the weapon that clicks with you, then it's gonna hit hard. However, the UI is actually garbage. The beta is free. The beta was free. You missed the window. Unfortunately, it's already offline. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm still not like, oh my god, because I'm not a huge Monster Hunter fan, but I'm fairly confident that Wild's gonna eat up a lot of my time. Like, I'm gonna probably get really into it. I like how video game it is, you know? Oh, hey Shiba. I didn't even notice that was you talking about the Eidolons, sorry. But thanks for the bits or whatever the heck Twitch calls them, and yeah, thanks for coming out, man. Yeah, sorry, I saw you in game, but I was kind of setting up for this, so I got distracted. I wonder what World's peak would have been if it released on everything at the same time. Yeah, that's a good point. But also, I think, like, there's just a lot more gaming nowadays, you know? Like, there's so many people, like, just playing video games. It's actually, like, it's both a good thing and a bad thing, right? Because we kind of got this double-edged sword with the internet where we're getting... Dude, the gaming economy is so freaking booming right now. We got so many good games that came out this year out of nowhere. And then next year is just like Monster Hunter Wilds, Assassin's Creed, GTA. Like, oh my god. My wallet's gonna die. Not to mention the new Nintendo console, Metroid Prime 4. But then the double-edged sword side of it is that because we've got like these super casual people playing video games, these low IQ individuals, the internet is so toxic lately. Like, oh my god. I'm pretty happy with, I've been very, very carefully cultivating my Twitter to only heart like indie games and stuff that I'm interested in. And every now and then I still get recommended like these dumb drama hate bait posts, but for the most part, it's gotten a lot better. Because otherwise it's just everyone hating on things or trying to stir the console wars. And it's like, bro, console war my foot, PC Master Race, get out of here. PS5 Pro, stupid. But people are still buying it, and who cares if they are? Kind of the trade-off with there being so many people involved with all of it, you know what I mean? I hope Anfisman Gold doesn't copy your build again. I don't know if he copied my build per se. It was probably like somebody else that like either had the same build or... Yeah, I know. I noticed that as well. I know. I love how like when the Elden Ring DLC came around, everyone started doing my poke build. I don't know if I'm necessarily the originator of it, but the main thing was that I came up with it myself. That's what was so satisfying about it for me. Like experimentation, dude. Like that, bro. Shadow of the Erdtree was so fun finding different builds that would end up working without looking anything up online. Like everyone was complaining about the difficulty and it's like, bro, yes, it was hard. I will not deny that. Some stuff is just straight up broken with the difficulty. But so help me, because I had so much experience experimenting and finding out my own builds prior to that, it was so fun kind of dissecting each of the bosses. Bale in particular, I don't think, like, there's nothing like that fight. He was so fun. Because he was the only boss that really forced me to change up my strategy. Because the poke build didn't work, and slow weapons were just garbage on him. Do you think there's still a lot of cheaters in Trove? Yeah. I don't think that they've banned all of them by any means. Duping's probably still very prevalent on PC, but it's not like I check the market that much. I haven't played Trove in probably 4 years now. So much fun back in the day, but do I regret all the money I spent on it? Me with Genshin Impact. Hey, you know what? At least this game's better than Genshin. Honestly, since you quit 4 years ago, the game's changed quite a bit since then. Might be worth reinstalling. Not to sell you on it too much, but people pay for a PS5 Pro because GTA 6. Oh, you right. Yeah. I know it's frustrating because the PS5 is already so strong anyways. Boy, I can't wait to play GTA 6 in 30 frames because it's not optimized. I ain't buying a Pro just for that, dude. GTA 6 will eventually come to PC anyways. I'll still play it on my PS5, but I really hope it's actually optimized. They will launch a new Nintendo Switch. Yep. They talked about that earlier in the year already. I made a video, really short video that talked about like basically all the news that we have so far, which is Nintendo confirmed that the new console will be backwards compatible and that it's going to end up using the same like eShop internet stuff, which means all of our digital purchases don't go to waste either, which is awesome. But also, I've theorized for many months, whenever Nintendo Directs show like games like Tears of the Kingdom and whatever else, you might notice those games are playing at solid 60 frames. And then when you actually play the game yourself, it doesn't. So I'm suspect that they've been using the new hardware to play their old games already for their trailers. Metroid Prime 4 is a prime example because I refuse to believe that that is running on Switch hardware. It looks too good. But yeah, I think it's a matter of time before they announce it. Technically, like they mentioned that they were going to talk about it within the fiscal year, which means technically they don't necessarily need to talk about it this year. They can talk about it from now up until April next year, I think. Which, if I had to, put money on it, I'm assuming they're going to announce it like any time now for that Christmas pre-order money with a release of the console May, June of next year. Or maybe they'll talk about it in March and then they'll release it November, December of next year. But we know it comes out next year because Metroid Prime is probably going to be a launch title. Which, oh my god. Metroid Prime fans rise up. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that game, dude. Let's not forget we also got Yote next year, Ghost of Tsushima 2. Like, there's so many bangers, it's actually insane. I'm not even gonna try GTA 6. Oh, it's not coming to PC for probably like a couple years, unfortunately, because they're all like, cheaters. People are gonna pirate our game. I'm gonna sob if Switch 2 has separate games for that console only. I'm expecting they probably will. Like, I think we're gonna end up having kind of a similar PS5, PS4 issue thing where there's probably going to be like games that'll only run on the new Switch. I hope so, because I want to actually play games at proper frame rate, please. I don't care about the graphics being low quality, like stylized like Zelda and stuff. I just want it to actually run well. It isn't the grind in Trove that annoys me, it's the lag. Oh, well, I mean, as you can see, the lag's pretty good sometimes. Most of the time it's actually gotten a lot better because I'm I'm wondering if you ended up quitting when the delves were added to the game, because that did make a substantial difference to the lag. It still gets really bad when an event is on and there's like a bunch of people on the server, but... Where's Neo 3? Yeah, I don't know. Did you play Rise of the Ronin? Because that was basically Neo 3. Except good. I don't know if they're working on a full-on Neo 3, but I really enjoyed Rise of the Ronin. The mission structure of the game was very Neo, even though what I actually liked about it the most was the open world. 2024 was filler for 2025. Well, the funny thing is, 2024 didn't really have anything that I was hyped for earlier in the year. Like, I think the only big announcement we had was Dragon's Dogma 2. And that was like super early in the year. And then surprisingly, we just had so many bangers just come out of nowhere in terms of like indie games and whatever else. Not really any AAA games. So next year is going to be like the big boy AAA year where it's just, wow. Like, I can't believe there's that many big boy games coming out, assuming they don't get delayed. I like how people keep saying GTA might be 2026 when, like, the last news we heard was it was confirmed for October. So I don't know what the hell these leakers are like on about. Like, I keep seeing these videos show up in my feed where it's like, oh, GTA 2026, we got a release date, guys, and stuff. And it's like, what are you talking about? They already talked about it coming in October. Nothing was ever said other than that. Okay, you did play the Delphs, yeah. What was the thing on the bottom left of the map? It was rotating. What? You mean this thing? This is just a mod that I have for showing these mobs. It just attaches it to them, so it flops around when their head explodes, if that's what you're talking about. I won't be quiet about that dating sim until it comes out. I want it for how goofy it is. Wait, which one are you talking about, Croc? Is there a Mario dating game? Oh, the one where you have dinner with a chair. But it's not a chair, it's an anime person. Yeah. That's your game of the year, I know. Yeah, I'm trying to think. As far as this year, there's really not much left that I'm waiting on. Because Assassin's Creed got delayed. Yeah, I think it's just Stalker now, which arguably I don't think it's gonna be popular on the channel or anything. It's just kind of one of those games for me that I'm like, yeah, this looks cool. And might secretly be an absolute banger if it's not super jank. Looks like they got quite a budget this time. And it's a Ukraine game, so I kind of have to buy it. But other than that, I think it's just Path of Exile. And that's probably going to fill up the rest of my year. There is a bunch of like random indie games and stuff for sure that I'm kind of keeping tabs on, but let me take a quick peek and see actually. Void Souls came out, Temtem Swarm came out. Oh right, Atlas is supposed to come out. If it doesn't get delayed, you guys remember I did a video on that? It's the weird furry, like, make your character's boobs bigger, but the combat actually looked really good, like Trove. Super crazy action MMO light type game. That apparently is supposed to come out this year, which I'm down for that. Right, then we got that Marvel Rivals hero shooter a day before Path of Exile. Get screwed. And then otherwise it's just a crap ton of indie games, and then, oh, Metal Bringer and Mandragora. Yeah, I want those. And then otherwise, it's a couple VR games. Nice. Shame on you, Nintendo. I can't date chairs. I thought that was coming to the Switch, wasn't it? I seem to remember him talking about it in Nintendo Direct, but maybe I'm crazy. It was delayed. Oh. Cares. Oh, you know what did come out? I really want to play it at some point if I have the time before the end of the year. Farmaglia. That's the true game of the year. How low are the Gonda prices right now because of the duping? Let's find out. Last time I checked it was, ooh, yep, 5 mil. Yikes. Also, why does my phone keep vibrating? Am I actually getting texts? No, just spam email, of course. Stop it. That indie game you're talking about is coming out on the 23rd. Wait, which one? Bombshell. Not Mandragora. Actually, you know what? Mandragora, that was that 2D Souls-like game I played a couple weeks back. I think that game might be delayed into next year. Which sucks, because I'm actually really hyped for that game. That game was so fun. And I just played the demo. Gonda's 350k on Xbox right now. Good lord. Oh, sorry, Cherry. You're probably talking about that dating indie game on the 23rd. Okay. Yeah, it's a little tough for me to keep track of our multiple game conversations. What was the game you played with your friends the other day? What was the video? You're gonna have to remind me. It's kind of a blur lately. What was... It was a live stream too. Wayfinder? You mean? When was... It's been a while since I did a co-op stream. Oh, sorry, Bombshell. You're talking about the Atlas game. Yeah, it says 22nd on Steam, but we'll see. The fundamental gameplay is definitely there, but I don't know if it's got like enough content to actually release, unless it's just early access. But either way, that game was so fun, dude. Like, I love the gameplay. I just wish it wasn't made by a pervert. But whatever, man. Okay. The gameplay is just so solid, I can see myself really getting into that one. I love the fact that it's got rare drops, the action combat is so ridiculously fast. I don't know what it is where these furry game designers are going hard with their games, but for some reason they always gotta squeeze in like, I'm a sicko. It's just so weird. I'm curious how that game's gonna work, because it says it's gonna be an MMO light. So I assume it's just gonna be like servers. Maybe you'll have a big hub area with a bunch of people and then you can load into missions with a few others. I don't know. Speaking of furries, did you hear the gang of them hacked Disney? I mean, no surprise. Big boy companies have terrible IT. Speaking of toxic, like, stop hacking these corporations, dude. Speaking of Disney, though, Deadpool 3's on Disney Plus now. We just watched it again the other day. It had like a preview of here's stuff coming to Disney Plus in 2025. There was like nothing exciting at all. Just a bunch of lame hero characters and junk that just look like Iron Man ripoff. And okay. Some say pervious people do the best games. Dude, honestly, like they do. It's just I wish that they would keep it in their pants. Like Lethal Company, that dev's like a weird furry pervert. But he didn't let it bleed into the game. And I don't have anything against like the furry community or whatever. One of my best buds is a furry, so. But that's the thing, is it's like, dude, just because, anyway, we'll stop that topic there, okay? Let's stomp it out. That's enough. It's like a cockroach, it just keeps coming back. Deadpool's the only antagonist that I like. Yeah, I mean, most of all just because it's Ryan Reynolds. I saw on the Disney app it was saying like the most like revered movie in history or something. Like, did Deadpool secretly make the most, like, did it break records? Or is it just that it broke records for R-rated movies? I mean, at the very least, I really hope that it changes the economy of movies so that we start seeing like R-rated movies again. Because PG just like Venom. Ugh. Oh yeah, let's make it so that this character that literally eats people's brains can't actually eat any brains on camera or have blood. Thank you. Thank you, Sony. I haven't even watched the new Venom movie. How are they PG-13? Because he eats them off camera. So, I don't know, man. Hopefully they stop with all that crap and actually start making good movies again. Because if the story's good enough and if the adventure is good enough, like, nobody cares. You can see worse on YouTube. Like, there's a making of Deadpool 3 on the Disney app or whatever. And it's kind of interesting where they were saying, like, when they were doing the van fight scene, and they were saying, like, they were making like a joke about how, like, if this movie was PG, you have to count how many headbutts you do because you can't do over a certain allotted number. And it was just like, Jesus, really? Like, PG is so limiting just in terms of like even the fighting choreography. No, thank you. Are you watching Arcane Season 2? Yep. I wasn't going to. I was going to wait until I could binge watch it, but the other day I just watched the first 3 episodes. It's pretty damn good. Like, I'll say I didn't like the 3rd episode because the whole series could have just ended there, and then it didn't, just for the sake of having it drag on. But other than that, yeah, it's phenomenal, of course. But these first episodes are kind of just setting up the board. At the very least, it kind of just gets right into it, but there was a lot of stuff that I didn't like about that 3rd episode, and you could kind of tell with the pacing that they're used to it releasing 3 episodes at a time. Haven't watched Arcane. What is it about? It's not new. There's Arcane Season 1. Season 2 just came out. I'd recommend it. It is a phenomenal, basically like 3D anime story that is actually based off of the League of Legends characters, but actually like really good. Arcane 2 is basically just Season 2. Like, that's what everyone's calling it. Don't forget, in December, we get Secret Level, which is going to be a bunch of other video game shorts by the Love, Death, and Robots guys. I'm really excited for that one just because Space Marine, Jin Sakai, Concord. Not about a war between cities, is it? Basically. There's like the underground people, there's the people up top, you know, that old formula. It's most of all just the way that the characters are all written and introduced and stuff is really good. I always like a story where the bad guy is kind of left a little more human, like, and relatable. They blur the lines instead of, oh, this person's just the bad guy. It's a difference between what Disney does and their garbage. And then this being actually written very well. Did you play League? No. I tried it back in the day. I don't really care about MOBAs that much. I really liked Smite for a while, but that's the furthest I would take it. It's not my genre, which is why I never played that new Valve game. Oh, you did watch season 1. Okay, then yeah, I would say hold off on season 2 until there's more episodes, or just start watching it because who cares? They basically only have 3 episodes right now, and then they'll add more over the weeks. Thanks, X-Type. Have a nice stream. Appreciate it. Yeah, I wonder where we're at in terms of our water mana. Did you watch Van Helsing? Oh, the anime? No. I liked the movie, even though it was not popular at all. And I heard good things about the anime. But I'm not, I don't know, I'm very picky when it comes to anime. Lately, I've just been watching the new Dragon Ball. But those episodes come out like every week or something stupid. It's really, really slow. Die, dinosaur, die. What was he saying in game? If you haven't, the snowy ally. What? Let me see what this guy's talking about. Oh, he's the creator of this snowy ally. Okay. Appreciate it, man, but yes, I got it. Sorry, I'm streaming. He just left a very nice comment. That's a pretty old ally. So he's still playing. Nice. Let's get it. Yeah, let me see where my mana is at. It's such a slow grind doing this, dude. Okay. Wow, really? It's that slow? Jeez, I feel like I've been at this for so long and yet I'm not even halfway. I don't know what I was at prior to this stream, but yikes. Well, maybe we can get to 3K at least. I don't know. Recently, I think it's because I'm getting older, I'm getting pickier. I don't even try most anime and series. I think it's, for me, I've watched too much anime, so I know the formula. And I hate the generic anime formula. It has to be something either really interesting or like really rope me in. But even then, a lot of times when I start a new anime, it'll be like, oh, this is really cool, this is banging, and then it starts getting into their filler crap about like, oh, here's another bad guy. Oh, this guy's even stronger, and it's just like, yeah, I'm done. The last big anime that I remember I was trying to get into was Parasite, I think, and it actually started out really interesting because it was basically like, oh, the whole world's been infected by these like weird creatures that are killing people. And then suddenly the main character ended up getting infected. What's gonna happen? Oh, he's suddenly a super like anime Chongo character, and now he's fighting the other parasites. That is literally when I stopped watching, because it was like, oh, now it's just every other anime, so why watch this? Because the original premise was really cool, but that's the thing that's so frustrating to me about most animes, is they have a really cool premise, but then they don't have the confidence to stick with it. Yeah, you can like Parasite. It's just, for me, it was the same old rigmarole, like the same formula. Like, Demon Hunter is another one. I'll say insane animations, but my God, that story was so generic I couldn't get into it. Within the first scene, he's like with his family, and I'm like, oh, they only have his family here because they're gonna kill them off for an emotional arc. Yup. 20 minutes later, oh no! Like, okay, who didn't see this coming? I think I'm also very spoiled just because a lot of anime copies the Dragon Ball formula, because Dragon Ball was like the first one that had that style of, you know, stronger enemy keeps coming. Bleach copied it, and everything else pretty much copied it because it works. You know, it sells units and keeps going. And I mean, that's fine, you know. It's not that it's like a bad formula. What works, works, sure. It's just, as far as I'm concerned, it's like, why waste my time? I've already seen this story. Like, I remember when Naruto was popping off super hard, and I tried getting into it, and I was like, this is just Dragon Ball. Like, 1-to-1, all of the characters are just rip-offs of Dragon Ball characters. And I was like, all right, I don't care. I'm not saying Dragon Ball is like the best ever either. As far as I'm concerned, that series ends at the Frieza saga, and then it just kind of keeps going. Cell is not as interesting. Boo is even less interesting. But Super was pretty good, despite the fact that they got into the multiverse garbage. At the very least, it knew what it was, and so it stuck with it. And I've been really enjoying, what's the new one? Dragon Ball Daima, I think it's called. They basically wished all of them into being babies, and now they're in the demon realm. It's an interesting excuse to go back to like the old school Dragon Ball formula. But at the same time, I just want more Vegeta. He always gets shafted like Luigi. The movies are still banging though. Like the old movies and the new movies for Dragon Ball are really, really good. How'd we get on the anime topic? Oh, I don't know. Someone was asking about an anime. If you guys like anime, I would suggest there's this series that I keep telling people to get into. First of all, Dorohedoro is one of my all-time favorite animes. It's just so funny. I was in tears. But House of Ninja. Give that one a shot. It's live action, but I think it's the best live action that embodies the energy of an anime without any filler. It gets to the point. The memory scenes don't drag on too long. That was one of my like favorite series of this year. And it was just some random thing that we just checked out of nowhere on Netflix. No one was talking about it. And it was just like, okay. Oh yeah, the Van Helsing anime. Yeah, I've heard good things about that, but I'll mark that for later. I still gotta watch that one. Trigun. I forget what other ones people suggested to me, but I've got enough anime to get into. That's for sure. Wait, what about Dragon Ball RPG games? Dude, you know what I want? A good open world like Dragon Ball game. I know we have Kakarot, but it's not a very good game. It's surprising to me how bad most anime games still are, despite like how good they could be. Like, give me a generic AAA like open world game, but it's Dragon Ball. I'd still also love to have like a game that has your character evolve and the gameplay get like more and more open-ended. Like I've always thought, you know, not that I'm a developer or anything, but I always thought like, damn, dude, I wish I just had enough money that I could throw it to a studio and tell them make this. Because I'd always thought having someone in kind of, you know, that whatever, that high school shonen era like anime stuff, and just make it so that, you know, it starts out like you're kind of on the ground, and then as the gameplay evolves, you slowly end up getting like more and more mobile, where you can jump onto rooftops and do the anime running and stuff, and eventually fly late game. Something that actually like really opens up the world as you end up playing through it. I just always thought that would be like such a kick-ass formula, because otherwise you get so many games where the end game is basically just the same as the early game, but you're stronger or fighting stronger enemies, and that's about it. But I want gameplay to evolve in a meaningful way, and I think that would be a really cool way of kind of adding a little bit of a Metroid element where, oh, you can't go to this area because you gotta get more abilities. A really good example of that actually would be the Crackdown games. Those games are dope as hell. It's a shame that they kind of just die all the time, because those are basically... Those games, if you haven't played them, are basically Grand Theft Auto, but you steadily become a superhero, and eventually you can like jump over buildings and punch cars and pick them up and stuff, and it's really, really cool how the gameplay evolves. Come to think of it, I think I had Crackdown 3, and it was yeah, it was not good. Give me an open world RPG with character creation within Dragon Ball. I know, legit. My only source of anime games is Roblox. True though. Any tips on getting Chaos Cores? So one thing that I was thinking about, Croc, since obviously it's really difficult to get Chaos Cores free to play, but I think all you could really do is get the Chaotic Codex, right? Because otherwise it's tied to Patron, it's tied to how much money you spend on the game, like maybe on Chaos Day, Loot Day, but that just increases Chaos chance drop chance, so I don't know if that gives you like a 1 Chaos factor or something early on. But that's the thing is, yeah, you're very, like, Chaos chests are already time gated, and so the higher your Chaos factor, the more you can get per day. That's basically it. Man, these mobs are not common, by the way. Like, jeez. Is there a trick to this? Like, is there a trick to farming the mana better? Like, man. Wish there was. By the way, what is this mana thing? So basically there was the Mystic Arts update that added the, you know, both the martial arts profession and then the mana profession or whatever. Basically, there's mana that you can find over in, like, around in the world, but I need to get a specific mana type out of these enemies. So there's a specific mana type for the water world, geode, and the fire world. And by collecting like a crap ton of this mana, I can end up getting getting a bunch of allies that are some of the best in the game that I still don't have because I haven't really needed them. But it's a funner grind than going into the Longshade. However, I am noticing that I'm only getting like maybe 1 to 3 per drop. That's pretty pathetic. Jeez, no wonder it's taking so long. Here, I'll show you the allies. Whoops, get out of here. So yeah, Scorpius is kind of the best for like normal farming, but Mysticism, you get the Water Beast, which is, you know, magic damage, crit damage, and light, and then the Fire Beast, which is the same thing but physical. The way that the percentages work out, apparently these are like the heaviest hitting allies in the game, like it actually equates to more overall damage. You're not going to be as speedy for speed farming for sure, but if you're just trying to use it in Longshade, for example, it makes quite a difference. The thing is, technically I need the physical one, but I don't want to go into the lava world and hurt my eyes. What do I do with the normal mana? There's a couple other things that you can craft. Let me actually go take a peek. Keep in mind, in order to craft any of these, you have to have the Mystic Arts maxed out. So, that already kind of sucks. But yeah, then you would end up going down here and there's all these collectibles. So with the normal mana, as well as all the other manas, you can craft this mount. You can craft the mana manual, which the mana manual lies. It actually gives you all of the elemental type, not just the crystallized mana like it says. But then there's the fire ally. I'm actually kind of close to it. There's the air ally, which nobody wants. There's the cosmic ally. Nobody wants. There's the water ally, which, yeah, these are the two main ones. At the very least, I didn't know I was so far along with the fire ally, so maybe I'll grind that next stream. Full inventory. Oh, okay. But we're really close to that 3k water mana, so I want to get that. Okay, that one gave 7, so... Oh, you're still trying to get your account unbanned or whatever? Yeah. There we go. Also... Where's that other stupid thing? I want to get rid of this in my inventory, but oh well. Some of them actually give 10 of the mana as well. Nice. I just hate the fact that it requires me to basically grind like 5,000 of that enemy. It's funny because they have like the quest tracker, right? Which is cool, but I really wish they had like how cool would it be quality of life wise if I could go in here and click a button right here that would track the recipe? That'd be so dope. Does the mana drop in U13? I mean, it can, but I don't think higher Uber Worlds makes a difference. So it doesn't really matter. But it's just, yeah, like as you can see, it's really brutal. Technically, I could go to the earliest Uber World, and that would probably be better overall, just because then I would one-shot them. I know there's an ally that helps with the rune farming that you get out of the curio merchant, but I don't think there's one that helps with mana. I might be mistaken though, I don't remember. I just know that I didn't bother getting that ally and I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot because of it. Yeah, none of these matter. Is that the same thing? There's no way you have to grind it that much because it like gives you nothing for each enemy. I know. It's brutal. Like, technically it's not 1-to-1. You don't have to farm 5,000 of the one specific enemy for sure, but it's still really bad. Let's go to Moonless Dark. But see, here's the thing, man. Like, I swear to God, I need someone. Please, somebody make a mod that changes the lava into something that's like not going to hurt my eyes. Let me actually, you know what? I'm gonna check Trove source right now. Okay, who shoot? Who get out of here? Oh, it's a trap. Let's see. No, I know I have been wearing sunglasses whenever I go into this world. I just hate it. I don't like wearing sunglasses while I'm grinding. Yeah, I guess I could turn my brightness down. That's true. Where the hell are the mods, dude? Oh, there they are. Let's see. Nope, no lava mod. This is so sad. See, the thing is, turning the brightness down wouldn't make a difference. The problem is that this is already so dark, and this is just so contrastingly bright. You know? Gross. Hey, Unforgiven. I was grinding the water mana. Now I'm kind of grinding the lava mana. I mean, we'll see how long I'm here for before I get astigmatism. Looks like cheese. I mean, that would make me happy, but it's a little too orange. It's just such an uncomfortable, like, color palette, you know? It's the same as the geode surface without the mod that I use that makes it all purple. Like, I don't know what dev thought red biome was like a good idea. Make it red, it hurts their eyes. I like causing pain. Kind of weird, Tim, but whatever. Problem is I need like 2,000 of this, so... I don't see any problem with the glowing lava. Maybe it's because you're getting old. Yeah, come to me after you've played this game for thousands of hours. then sure, yeah, just spend all your time in this world, bro. And be my guest. It's the difference between Discord light mode and Discord dark mode. That's why. And I think also just like I'm just so tired of this lava world because it's just such a like old theme. Because I still remember like grinding my stupid fire gems. It's more so like annoying. Like, look at this. Look at it just flood your screen. Look how bright that is, dude. There's nothing else in the game that's that bright, or at least it doesn't look like it's that bright because of the contrastment of bleh, words. Like, look how dark this world is. And then suddenly, flashbang. No, I do not like it. Yeah, snow biome would be worse. That's true. I think I'm just a goblin, so I just prefer being in the dark. Like this like kind of artificially emanates like the same energy as the sun, so that's probably why I hate it. Please just get over the tiny little rock, for crying out loud. Like, look at the contrast of it all, dude. It's just so like, yikes. I hate it. What's the chance to gain Crystal 5 from crafted C4? Honestly, dude, don't ask me. I wouldn't bother crafting it myself. It's a slower but overall cheaper process to just get it out of the boxes. Of course, you have to have the high enough PR, but otherwise I don't have experience with the crafting side of things because I don't think that the odds are good enough that it's worthwhile. Go for it if you want. But yeah, it's cause isn't there like the there's the abilities that give you like 1% chance better or something like that? Like it's pretty, you know, it's bad if that's the boost that you can get. I got C4 bows from the boxes before 4 times now, I think. Yeah, C4 is a lot more common. C5s are still insanely rare. And I swear they made it like worse. I might be crazy. Maybe I'm just getting really unlucky. I haven't opened any boxes in a while, honestly, though. What are you farming for? The fire dust. Fire mana dust, I should say, not gem dust. Basically, these enemies here that I have a mod that highlights them. Because ultimately, this will give me the physical ally that I'm missing. These seem to be a lot more common. I mean, maybe, you know, I don't want to speak too soon, but maybe because there's just generally more land here in the lava world, or maybe they just stand out like a sore thumb. You should lower your gamma. I know I should, but I'm not going to because that would require effort. And then I would have to remember to change it afterwards, which that's the main thing that I'm sure I would forget to do. No, you just have to suffer with me. I think the other reason it's like so prevalent is because of how dark it is in my room by contrast. It's not as bad right now, I'll admit. Probably because it's the daytime for me. But when it's nighttime and it's like actual goblin hours and it's dark everywhere except for my monitor, that's where it's like, my eyes. This biome made me want to commit arson. Yeah, me too. I already did though, so it's out of my system. Here we go, guys. I'll change this biome around right now. All of your feelings about this biome are going to go out the window, all the negativity. It's kind of bright and sunny, right? In a way, it's like the sunshine. Mario sunshine. Ah, see, now we like this biome because it reminds us of something better. I am actually listening in my head to the Delfino Plaza song. I need to listen to that while I'm farming this biome, dude. Oh, come back here, you scum. Me who never played Mario Sunshine. Well, you're in luck, because don't they have that, there's that one Mario, where it's got Mario Galaxy, Mario 64, and Mario Sunshine, right? The remakes? Mario Sunshine is such a good game. It's a weird one, though, like... Lots of people kind of hate on it, or at least they used to, because of how weird and different it was. Kind of the same as how Wind Waker was weird and different. I cherish those games because they're different. Wind Waker is one of my favorite Zelda games. Please just bring me Wind Waker HD to the Switch so that I can buy it again, because right now it's only on the Wii U. And that game is gorge. Honestly, I would put the Delfino Plaza song in the background. Except I guarantee some scumbag like YouTube channel or some idiot on Spotify like would claim it. Even though it's Nintendo's music. And I just don't want to deal with that. That's the state of like the behind the scenes that content creators deal with. There's always like so much like, this is a licensed song by whatever this company is, and then you always have to dispute it and tell them, no, it's not. It's made by this song composer and is all rights reserved by Nintendo. I still am so pissed because my my Nintendo World vlog that I did like a couple years back, I think in 2023, I originally was going to use the ending song to Super Mario World. And oh man, it kept getting claimed. So eventually I just said screw it, and I compromised and changed it to a different song, despite the fact that I had the entire ending edited for that other song. And it was just so... Nobody cares, but to me, that was so disheartening. That right there is a prime example that YouTube does not allow for your creative mind to do whatever they want, you know? First world problems, I know, okay? Actually, speaking of first world problems, when the heck is the Game of the Year awards? Do we have a date? December 12th. Really? I thought they usually did in November, but I guess Path of Exile is not getting on that year list. You guys ready to watch a sellout show? I know I am. Just another fun fact for anyone lurking that doesn't know. They took away user votes from the Game Awards. It is now 100% corporate. Which is what Jeff wanted all along. Let's be real. But it should make for some entertaining corporate cringe. What? Why? Many reasons. The main reason that they're going for, which I understand, basically IGN had their like vote for Game of the Year, and Wukong won. Not because it's good, just because there's that many people, you know, China outnumbers like the world, basically. And so that's why Wukong won IGN's Game of the Year for the player vote. And I think Game Awards saw that and was like, yeah, no. I don't know why they didn't just remove Wukong from the Game of the Year list, but still allow player voting. But let's be real, most of the Game Awards have been rigged for a long time anyways. That's why Alan Wake 2 won so many awards. Like, really, I'm not even kidding. The thing is, with the Game Awards, as we've talked about many times before, there was a YouTuber that I watched who kind of summarized it very, very well, because I always wondered, why do remakes always get shafted? And they were saying how the Game Awards is about selling the new product. It is about corporation, sell item money kind of thing. And to acknowledge a remake for doing something like better than modern games doesn't go with the narrative that the Game Awards is trying to push, because then that would acknowledge that old equals better. It was an older time, it was a better time, and they do not want to admit that in terms of game development. So I'm pretty sure that's the main reason why they just moved on to literally just being like their own corporate votes. Because then they can just say, whatever, we want this game to win. It doesn't deserve any awards, but we want this game to win. Like, watch the Metro VR game win like Game of the Year for VR. And watch Blade and Sorcery not even be on their list. Because they're old. Not old like me, where I'm old and cool. Like, dumb old people. Boomer. The mana grind is boring, I'm leaving. No! You must continue. Now you know how I feel. But you know what? It's better than Longshade. Right? Right, guys? It's better than the Longshade. You guys watched this over the Longshade, right? Just kidding. Everyone left. No, I know. Fair, but still boring. Yes, I agree. I mean, I'm just kind of like... I have a, like, orc mind, so I'm just like, brr, must kill. And I have fun doing... Like, I could have fun staring at a rock. Would I have more fun doing other things? Yes. Let's do delves together. No, thank you. At least this feels like I'm working towards something, even if really, really slowly and really annoying. Because at least this will give me the ally that I want to test and see how much of a difference is it going to make for Longshade and possibly even delves. Probably won't make much of a difference, but... And we're definitely not getting this, like, ally completely maxed out. There's no way I'm getting all the mana for this. Plus, like, you see the slight color variance with all of these creatures? That's because the mod... is actually color-coded to the different elemental types. So we're not even getting like 100% fire. Some of them are just the air ones, some of them are the water ones. This is a pretty big landmass though. Jeez. But we'll wrap up soon, because those are things I can always edit. Hee hee. Don't know if there's any other games I want to stream today. I think, like, it'll probably be pretty slow up until Stalker, and then maybe Atlas if that actually comes out on the 22nd. Oh, hello. Whoa, stop. think the reason this doesn't bother me so much is because I still remember back in the day when events... You guys remember when an event would literally just say, kill 500 of this enemy. And then you would like, kill 500. Then you would do the next part of the event and that would be like, kill 700 of the same enemy you just killed. Why are you playing with music? Trove with music? For you guys. So you have something to listen to. Because otherwise me, I'm not even playing with headphones, as you can see. I just have my volume at 0. I can't stand these sounds, dude. They still do that? No, the events don't do that. Like 500 of this enemy, 700 of this one. They don't do that anymore. Because it was bad back in the day. All right, let's see here. Still gotta do an unboxing soon. Come on. Open up. My God. Your inventory is full. Do I even need these volcanic vaults? I don't think so. Trying to think if there's any reason to keep these. Probably not. Oh look, more mana filling up my inventory. Alright, let's take a peek in the hub, see how much mana we got out of that. Hopefully a decent amount, but probably like 100. Something ridiculously bad, I'm sure. 400, not bad. Yeah, so the fire ones are definitely more common then. Because that was not, well, roughly, let's say 40 minutes. Maybe even 30 minutes of just grinding the fire, and we got like a lot more than I did for the mana. Granted, I don't remember what my mana one was at, but still. We're slowly getting there. Made the mistake of listening to Dragon Song from Final Fantasy XIV? Yes, and getting addicted to it again. Another thing too that I can start farming, I've got so many of these keys now, so I can actually start going back to Sundered Uplands again. Not that I want to, but we could start doing 5-star parties again. Not gonna do that today. Maybe next stream. We'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to finish up like the last few things that I really need, like those allies, and maybe get some of the mounts out of the Sundered Uplands. Anyways, thanks for coming.